what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. So I'm here with my ladies and we are discussing Raising Kanan season 3, episode number 3, which is called Open for Business, but we're discussing our favorite moments, least favorite moments, and our scratching my head moments. And I think that they're starting to develop a lot of scratching my head moments, guys. For me, at least. Okay? Like, I thought that Raising Candy, you kind of have to, like, pick at it and try to see if you can find it. No, they doing it.
I had a couple.
Yeah. They doing it. Your hair looking cute, little
Thank
you. What's up, Mike Conley, AG, Queen, DeMarcus Vaughn, William Boone, Michelle Wadler, Marlon Easton. What's up? Speaking of Marlon Easton, me and Moochie, we owe them a little closing of the wire.
Yeah, for the wire. Yeah.
Yes. Stanley Power, what's up? Thank you guys. Candy Love, J Mac, RDRD, So Iconic, Rashonda Greer, and Yazzo Garrison. Okay, let's get into this, guys. As you see, I normally don't do a poll, but I decided I'm going to do a poll. What's up, Monique and Monica M and Big Smooth Nia Johnson? So the poll says, is Ronnie overrated? Okay, I'm going to start with you, Moochie, to let me know if he's overrated. First of all, the thumbnail, it says, right lunatic, wrong show. Okay, that's my opinion. He's the right lunatic, right? He's selling that. I just don't feel like it fits the show. Like, I'm not watching a horror flick. I'm watching a hood.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm watching something I'm watching a hood show. Why the heck we got Michael Myers up in here? So go ahead, Moochie, talk to me, girl. Is he overrated?
I mean, let me ask you this. Last season on we're talking about BMF because remember it was given some sort of horror element there too.
Right.
So you think the same person is on this one? Because I'm just like, why does he look like Michael Myers and the mask was just missing?
Right.
Captain Kirk mask. The way he was standing there by that car.
I don't know.
I just don't understand, like, why are we seeing that?
I don't understand. Like, it's just really, it's kind of irking me, honestly, because I was saying last night that when we saw the trailer of him yoking up Dean, I was like, no. That's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to be a marked man after that.
I want to play devil's advocate with this too.
Okay.
Now, you know how this might be in the perception of Kanan, how he sees Ronnie. That's true. Back then, when you see old school OGs, they were like either superheroes or supervillains. So I guess in Kanan's eyes, that's his supervillain.
That's true too. I guess.
No, so is he? I'm just trying to
that's true. That's true too. But also, like, yeah, you kind of right, because like if you look at it, right, even though it's kind of through Kanan's perspective, right, a lot of stuff that we see Kanan wasn't even there for, so he really can't tell the story, and this means that he heard the story from somewhere, right? So it's not even his story to tell fully. So it's a perspective. It's someone else's side of the story that he heard about what happened, and it could have been told to him in that way as well.
Or like I'll give an example. Yo, you think Unique's bad? You should see his brother Ronnie. He's crazy. So yeah, like he's seeing him out for the first time. Yeah, he see him as Michael Myers. So I get it at that perspective. But
right,
I'm kind of like the horror thing. Nah.
Yeah, it's whack. So overrated or no? Ronnie, is he overrated?
I want to say yeah.
Yeah. OT Long says,
yeah, and I hope we're not disappointed.
Yeah. What's up, OT Long? He said, I'm more scared of Rock than Ronnie. And I'm more scared of Detective Howard than Ronnie. Go ahead, pretty girl. Talk about it, girl. Is he overrated? And like, is he in the right show? I know it's 2 questions.
Yeah, I don't know if he's in the right show based on what we've been used to with Raising Kanan. But in terms of being overrated, I have to see more. But based on right now, it feels that way because it feels like with the rate he going, he not gonna last for too long.
Yeah.
Because he's just too much of a wild card. You know, I feel like with Raising Kanan, we need to kind of sustain that low heat a little bit, but he's a little scary. It's a little off-putting. I don't know. I was dealing with, you know, his actions up until the last scene. I was like, okay, y'all going a little too far.
Yeah.
It's a little too much, you know. Maybe if he had a little more like swag or coolness about it, I would be less like apprehensive about the scene. You know, maybe he's posted up in the car or, you know, just on the other stoop or something, just chilling, just watching. But just like literally looking across the street and with that face, like I don't like it. I don't like it.
So here's another question then, right? As you were saying, you know, you were with everything he was doing up into that last thing where he looking like last night, y'all, I said to me it looked like he peed on himself and he was embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Because he's standing across the street and he looked like one of those. Okay, so when we were watching it, it did look Michael Myers, right? It did look like Michael Myers. But when I had the picture and I was just looking at it, I was like, he just looks like a nerd that peed on himself and he's embarrassed, right? And he's like, I don't want to move. This is how
it's like mannequin challenge, but weird, you know, like
I don't want to move. I get bullied in school and I peed on myself.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
Here. I'm invisible.
And so
that's what it gives me. I'm invisible.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? You were saying up into this last point, you were like, what's going on? For me, the kill scene that he did, or we don't know if the guy's dead or not. I would assume he is, but we don't really know that for sure, right? Yet. If the dude is deleted or if he's not, do you feel like, and this is to both of you, but I'm going to ask you first, pretty girl, do you think he said too much in that scene?
To the security guard bouncer guy?
Yeah. Like as far as what we know of him now, like kind of like just a quiet dude and just
I didn't take it that way because see, I have to be able to like understand a psychopath, you have to kind of get into the mind of a psychopath. So I'm to justify things with Ronnie, I got to put myself in being locked, you know, up 3 years unjustly, which you still was a criminal, but okay, I'm gonna give you that. But you know, maybe, you know, he's dealt with, you know, countless CEOs talking ish to him, talking trash. He can't do nothing. So the first person that disrespects him, you know, my man put his hand on Ronnie. And then he denied him entry. And then, you know, this was a situation where his little brother had to vouch for him. Like that is kind of like an ego blow, I feel. Let alone being in prison and having to deal with the guards and CEOs and everything. So I feel like this was the first opportunity for him to really get some type of justice and get back for what he's been through. That's how I have to see it based on Ronnie's perspective. So I guess talking a little trash. I don't know if you're talking about the Lee jeans and the Jabot jeans comment.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind it as much.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it, and then I'm gonna let Moochie go first, and then I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it. How did you feel about that scene, Moochie?
The whole thing with the Lee and the Jabots, of course he feel like I'm gonna remember this dude. He probably watched him for a while to see what time he get off. Because that wasn't the same night. He came back and did his reconnaissance and looked for him. So he just thought about, you got to keep in mind, he think about everything that made him mad, and he went and acted on it and robbed him.
Yeah. So for me, what I'm talking about is the character that we've seen so far where he's not much, he doesn't seem like much of a talker. And it felt too smooth. I don't look at him as a smooth dude. I look at him as somebody who looks like, look at this. He's not somebody who I feel is smooth. I feel like that was more of a, what's his name? Lulu style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
to be like, I'm gonna get, hold on, to get like to say something like, I don't care if he would have just said anybody rocking Lee's tonight, just to get the dude's attention and then do his thing, beat him up or whatever, and then take the money, and that was it, I would have been totally fine. But the last statement was the thing that was like, okay, I don't really know if that's
that was
you.
Think he overdid it with that?
Yeah, I feel like that was more of a Lulu type of line. Like, I'm gonna give me some jabos. What you think? You know, like it just. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Just for me, it just
I got what you're saying. You feel like it's out of character for him.
Yeah, it just felt like a Lulu line to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I felt it was a bit. It could be extra.
Yeah, remember
I
when
wasn't like looking into it like.
Remember, because Lulu that's a smooth. He's a smooth dude. And even when he deletes somebody, like remember when he deleted the mafia dude, and he was like, "You don't want to do this." He like, "Yeah, I do." Like he shot him, he chewing the gum. You know. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Like that was the type of like that's what I got from it, and it was just like I haven't seen that about you. Like you're a geek as far as I'm concerned. You're a crazy geek. I don't see that. You're not oozy. Swag don't come from you. Like that's not what I'm getting from it. So it just kind of felt like overkill to me.
And so, maybe violence brings out the swag in him, like it gets him off, it gets him in a certain mode. So maybe that's his pop-ish moment. Because he do talk reckless. But I get what you're saying though. You got your point, of course. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understood.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I don't know how to look at the poll. So
you can close it out at the end.
Oh yeah, I was ready to move on instead of continue to talk about it. Like if you ain't cast your vote yet, baby, then because we gonna move on. I don't really care for him too much, child.
Just in case more people come in.
Yeah. All right, so let's start with our favorite scenes. I'm gonna start with you, Moochie.
What was my favorite scene? I did enjoy the Unique and Rock scene.
Which
I
one?
Did enjoy that.
Which one? Child. Geez.
The one when they was playing Jodeci. I was like, it's about time. It wasn't like it was about time.
Yeah. Last night I said something about I'm coming around to them. But I don't want no one to mistake that I meant coming around to sex scenes. I'm not. If you guys been following me for a while, I don't like sex scenes. Okay, so I wasn't coming around to that. Just so you know.
That's why I mentioned it because I know you wasn't going to.
But I am getting comfortable with seeing them together. Like I'm here for it now. Like I'm comfortable with it. Before I was just like, y'all don't seem like y'all match or whatever. No. But they selling it, so I'm fine, And I definitely love the whole, baby, won't you just stay? Look how smooth he look. He just let me stop. And Rock, Rock always be looking cute.
Mm-hmm. I like the outfit she had on.
Like that. Yes.
That burgundy outfit, the jacket, all of that was hot.
Yes. I'm like, this girl be looking too cute. What do you have to say about it, pretty girl?
Yeah, it's weird because I kind of last season I was like, I kind of wouldn't mind a Rock and Unique situation. But it's weird that now, because it just makes you some, I'm a little toxic. So I'm a little problematic.
I was gonna let you say it.
I'm a little, I know it wouldn't be, the best idea, but I still, because they had that back and forth chemistry. But now I'm like, do I see the chemistry that I thought I would? Because now it's like, do I really like this? It's given. I hate to bring up celebrities, but it's given not Shanti and Nelly. Like I wanted them back together for so long, but now they back together. I'm like, I don't know, but this is a good idea. Like it's kind of like one of those. So, but I do like the idea of them. But we just know one of is going to end up backstabbing or hurting another. It's going to turn out bad. Mm-hmm. But I like it. I'm liking what I see. I'm enjoying the moment, I guess I should say.
Yeah, that's the thing. I need them to depart ways though, but I would like them to depart respectfully. But it sounds like he's falling for Rock, Like with that conversation that he had between that Vietnamese dude, it sound like when the guy was like, you can't help who you love, and he was like, ain't that the truth? I was like, what are we talking about? What's up, Brillo? You not coming tonight? So I'm like, what's going on here? you loving on rock.
Ooh, I think I'm falling in love.
I'm like, oh my goodness. So before we move on to your favorite moment, pretty girl, I said last night that I would really like for her to not say too much to him. That's my thing. I really need her to be careful because even though he may be falling and all of this stuff, there's still too much. Like even with the crazy brother, and like we just don't know what kind of predicament Unique is gonna have himself into, where he gonna have to choose and all of it. Like, no, don't tell him nothing, girl. All right, Brills. So go ahead, pretty girl. Love trap content.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Because I didn't like the fact she was telling Unique about cleaning her money. And I'm like, I understand y'all pillow talking, but keep it, shallow. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about home decor and stuff like that. We don't need
I'll wait.
Go ahead, Moochie. Go ahead.
That was one of my least favorite moments.
Okay, we're gonna have to wait.
I'll wait.
But
go ahead. Elaborate on it.
My favorite moment was the scene with Quan, the Asian Connect. I just like the dialogue. Unique just has a way about them. He has the gift of gab. He can always talk his way into a situation. Like, he's a good interviewee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he could walk up and get any job. So I like that. He was like, I don't got no team, but I'm standing strong. I'm here, whatever. And I also like the dialogue about, like you mentioned, us getting an inkling that he may be falling in love or in love. And I also like the dialogue about how, there's, I don't know, like there's this weird racism or prejudice within communities that outside communities may not be aware of. It looks like Quan is Vietnamese, if I'm not mistaken. And he don't F for Chinese. And that kind of reminds me, and I know, Miss K, you're from Caribbean descent. But from my experience, it seems like, and I kind of mentioned this earlier in my live, like we all are one, in terms of African descent and what have you. But I mean, you could say Asians too, because that's the whole thing. That's another story. But it just reminded me how Africans, people that currently in Africa, and people that's from like Caribbean islands, they have certain people may have a feeling or a preconceived notion about African Americans. They think that African Americans are lazy and just giving anything and not that smart. They don't have great work ethic. So it was kind of, I won't say cool because it's a bad thing, but I like that dialogue because I honestly, I don't know if I knew that they had their own, beef, if you will.
Yeah.
Asians.
Yeah, they be, isn't that crazy how for us, we're the outside looking in and we be looking at people like, well, y'all kind of look the same, like no disrespect. Y'all kind of look the same and things like that. And like, you just never know how they look at each other, and there's different cultures, you know what I'm saying? And it's all true. Of that. And they be like, ugh, they don't like each other, and you be like, what? Yeah. Just like remember growing up, guys, how if you asked the girl that was Puerto Rican if she was Dominican, she would like, oh no, I'm not Dominican, I'm Puerto Rican. And it was just like, what's the problem?
Facts. Don't call a Dominican black.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I ain't no black.
And the crazy, black. Yeah, don't call them black until it's convenient for them, right? And then, but then when I hear
like this,
then when I hear you saying the N-word, all of a sudden now you want to be black. No, don't try to use the same privilege. But yeah, I love this as well. So I'm gonna have to piggyback because I gave because I once in a while I have an MVP of the episode. I don't always, but he definitely was mine, which is why he's on the thumbnail. Just like Unique was just serving. So I'm like, I just love how he does business, even though I feel like for me, I wouldn't conduct business this way because I think it's too risky. Like he be going in there with the cojones, like bow. Like, I'm not scared of you. I'm gonna say what's on my mind. Like, I'm by myself. I ain't got no security. I don't got no nothing. But I'm gonna talk my stuff. And people respect it, though. You know what I mean? And maybe it wouldn't work if he wasn't already vouched for. We don't know that, but he ain't caring. Like, I'm standing on mine, and that's just that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it also, the conversation also scared me because Quan said two things. One, he mentioned about, previously we kept this kind of close to the chest,
Yeah.
We don't really open up the floodgates. So I feel like that's going to kind of be an issue. And since he hates his wife's peoples like that, I see there's possibly going to be a rift there too. So I think it's going to get messy with this whole.
Yeah. Like, it seemed like they got a nice little thing going on where it's probably going to be a nice little setup in the Chinese restaurant, but it also does feel like stuff is going to hit the fan, like something's going to go wrong. You know what I mean? But I actually liked this scene too when she was over there saying, she was like, he's black, blah, 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 saying all of the stupidness. And he kind of like got into the thing like, yo, what the F is y'all talking about back there? Is there a problem? I'm like...
Yo, it was so cute because I love, Raising Kanan always put in those little details. So when they had the little girl there, I love that because you already know the Asian spots, they're gonna be doing their homework.
Yes, he said you got my son looking a little lazy right now.
Yo, they be doing their homework and taking the phone orders.
I love little things like that.
Yes. All right. So, Mooch, did you do your favorite scene?
I did.
I think you did it. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go on with your least favorite scene since you said that it was with
my least favorite scene was the whole pillow talk thing.
Right.
She's telling him too much. She's telling him too much. He already robbed you last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I mean, come on. You just let him tap twice, and now you just letting him know all your secrets.
Oh no, they do. They've been. Girl,
they been messing on a regular.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, you was like more guarded with Symphony, and he wasn't even.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to understand that.
Maybe because Symphony is more considered like a square and Unique. They kind of come from the same cloth in the sense that she feel more comfortable. She can kind of be herself, and it's because Unique, Symphony was more like a vacation, she said. So I think but it's wrong. She don't need to be saying all these things, but I think that's why she felt he's my savior. He's my superhero. He saved my life.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm feeling that way as well. Like, it must be because he saved her and everything. It's like, girl. Now, I mean that. Gosh, that does not mean that you need to be talking. Like, do not forget your street wisdom, okay? He used to be the ops, and listen, as far as I'm concerned, he still is. He has a brother who's opposing you, who he hasn't told you that was out, okay? But for me, if it's on the news, though, that should be something that Rock should be asking questions about, I feel like, unless you don't watch the news.
Yeah, because when we saw it, she was still in the hospital room originally. I'm sure it's been like reoccurring, but she probably ain't paying. She worried about Kanan and getting beat down. I don't think she paying attention to a lot of things.
Yeah,
but you're right. He doesn't owe her, and he probably also feels like, hey, you out the game, so you really don't need to know. And he thinks he probably has things under control, which you don't really need to know.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what. And DeMarcus, basically, you on the same wave as us when like she's telling Unique about her money being in the storage, and I was just like, girl, why? You know what I mean? Because eventually, this could also have Ronnie. Ronnie's gonna be involved in this eventually. But if y'all remember when Ronnie was like, we should have took Rock out back in the day. Oh, it's not too late. You saw his face, like, oh my gosh, like he wasn't feeling that. So I'm very interested to see like how he's gonna act with all of this. But speaking of Ronnie now, because he was the one that after the fact he found them. But I'm not gonna talk about this yet because this is your least favorite moment. So I'm gonna wait. I have to wait. Sorry. But what I was gonna say was I'm thinking that I thought that Rock was probably gonna be behind Kanan getting abducted. Now I'm wondering if it's gonna be Ronnie behind it, because I'm like, why are you over here with just Michael Myers? Go ahead, pretty girl, your least favorite moment.
It's weird because it's funny, it was low-key comical, but when Pernessa came up in that in the kitchen, he talking about where my ish at.
Oh my gosh.
It was funny, but it was like, are you serious, my dude?
Yeah.
Like, but the part I don't like, and don't get me wrong, I'm normally not, I don't care about the bro code, because I would appreciate somebody telling me my man stepping out, but I think he's doing that more so because he's trying to create a rift. I think he already peeped, because the scene with him staking out Rock's house, that was later, right? But I think he already kind of peeped what's going on with Rock and Unique. Like, you could tell by the way when he was talking about Rock at the gym, the way he was watching Unique react, I think he could already tell. I mean, that's his brother. He already know. So I think he's trying to cause that rift because he don't want his brother under Rock, or, doing business, or, having relations. I should say. So it's just like, and honestly, putting yourself in that and causing that type of drama, even though I don't condone cheating at all, but that can be really messy and really backfire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing it maliciously, and it definitely seemed like you got a little pleasure out of it.
He did. He was all smiling and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, oh,
you don't care about nothing.
You a troublemaker too?
Like, you can tell he don't care about his brother. He don't care about his nephew. He don't care about
their lives. Nothing.
But yeah, that was probably it was cute in terms of like being like funny in a sense, but I didn't like it because of his intent, like just being an overall a-hole. Like, why you gotta act like that in somebody's house? Like,
he was rude to her.
It
was like, F you, Ronnie.
Yeah, you got my ish. Like, that's it. Don't even say hello. Like, who you think you are? She going shopping and everything, bringing the stuff in here. You going to talk about, man, if you don't stop.
So don't be mad, Ronnie, when you hearing them go at it in the room, because she questioning you and Unique's whereabouts. So if they arguing, I'm going to need you to mind your business.
Yeah, because you were smiling.
Yeah.
So that was your least favorite moment. Moochie, you already said yours. So mine was the situation with Famous and this freaking kid Kanan. Yes, a lot of my least favorite moments have Ronnie in it, but we already talked about him. So this was a moment that I really didn't like, and I didn't like seeing Kanan be a bully. And it was nervy, because it's like, bro, this is not your crib. How you gonna tell me who I could let in? And you didn't even. I understand that he's trying to make a way for, so they can pay the rent and they can make money, this and that and third, but you haven't paid the rent yet. The eviction, as far as I know, the eviction notice still stands. And you ain't made no money yet. And you over here telling me who I can let in my house? Like, first of all, I feel like, regardless of what's going on with the bullying situation, I just feel like this kid Famous needs to man up. He could have took that money. He didn't even have to tell, to be honest. He didn't even have to tell Kanan what was going on. He could have just went and paid his rent. You know what I'm saying? And like, God took care of the rent, or, just keep it to yourself as far as I'm concerned, because the way Kanan is acting, he's been making decisions for him. And I peeped it when he said to Paul, oh no, we good. You're your own man, Kanan. And Famous has already said he does not want to have anything to do with the streets, but yet here goes a legitimate job, and you over here making a decision for him, saying that we're not going to work together. And now when he says, we good, we don't got to do this, and I don't think it's smart because the feds are sniffing around, cops, all of this, and now you want to smack him. It was kind of a little soft slap, but it don't matter. It's disrespectful at the same time, right? And this is supposed to be your friend, and then you're telling him the next time you let her in this crib, I'm effing you up. And it's just like, wow, and we doing this. Like, it don't matter what you want, we doing this operation. So I wasn't feeling it. And, I made a point where I said, maybe a lot of people they wanted to see this side of Kanan come out, but I feel like there's no connection to it. Like, who's a bully? Like, we know Rock, she's a bully towards her brother. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that, but for the most part, we've seen her be manipulative. You know what I mean? So I was making a point that if I see the manipulation and the lies, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense because of the fact that that's what he's been around, manipulation and lies. But for him to just be a bully out of nowhere, to me, that doesn't make sense. Because like I said, a lot of stuff that goes on with with his family, Kanan doesn't see. So that's what I got to say. What you got to say to it, Moochie?
With him, with this whole situation, even if he said we good, he still shouldn't even ask how much y'all. Once he found out how much they paying, you should have did this job. You already seen here saying, "Oh, I look like a scooter guy" and all this other stuff. So you know you want to do this. So why don't you just do it the legal way? You don't got to push the product and let Kanan do his thing.
Right, man up.
Yeah, nobody want to man He's up. Not even trying to work. That's what I'm mad at him about.
Yeah, he's not trying to do anything.
He's not trying to work. He don't want to do nothing. He stopped writing.
Yeah, like what's your problem? Are you depressed that you deleted Freddie? Because we were talking about that last night too, because it's like we don't have nothing. There's nothing that indicates that this kid has any kind of feeling toward what he did. But all we see is that he's being super lazy. He lost all his dreams. He don't want to work. He this and that. Tell us why. Why is he feeling like this? We saw Lulu hallucinating, and he saw D-Wiz, and he saw Scrap. Okay, we know that's bothering him, but we can't see what the heck is bothering Famous. I'm getting annoyed here. So go ahead, pretty girl.
I get it. I was mentioning that too. I've been since episode 1. I've been like, okay, do Kanan know? Like, what's like? But I'm not going to say it's the right thing because I feel like they're going to bring it up, but later. But I guess maybe I'm impatient because I wanted an immediate response because that's not for somebody like Famous. That's not no easy thing to get over. Exactly. So that's why I was frustrated. But I don't know. Maybe it was just this episode, but. And I can't say if I was ever champion Kanan, but I understood a lot of his frustration with his mother. But he's getting like low key on Tariq level of getting on my nerves. Like he's becoming bratty. Like you don't even have to do this for real. Like really, Famous need to be the one with some ambition. Because you don't even gotta stay there, Kanan. You got at least 3-4 houses you can stay at. Like you got uncles, you got a daddy, you got a mama. Like you got options. So I do hate the fact that Famous isn't giving an F because he's the one that's really in dire straits. But Kanan, just his whole like attitude, like, and I get it, you hate your mother, but just his whole ambition of like starting this whole organization I hate to say this, this is a prequel, but the way it's coming to us, it's after Tariq, but it's very reminiscent of a bratty kid just wanting to prove himself and doing something he don't really need to be doing.
Yeah, and it's super annoying. Like he's a least favorite for me. Like he really is. I can't stand him. I don't hate him.
You just said it so like nonchalant. I can't stand him.
Like he had me the first season where it was just like he really was annoying, but then there was moments where it was just like, okay, there's a sweet kid in there. But it's just like we're just edging away from it more and more and more. But it's becoming unbearable for me. You know what I mean? Like I don't like you. Just like I didn't like regular Kanan. So like, okay, fine. Moochie, you already said what you had to say about that, right? This is the least favorite. Okay, so let's go into our scratching my head moments. I want to start with you, Moochie. Scratching my head
moment. If you doing a real estate deal, why y'all outside doing all of that? And why I got 2 scratching my head moments. If you saw the fat van, why you gonna do your U-turn when you go on both curbs and make a scene?
Yeah, that was
out of there. I was like, what the heck is she doing?
She was like, I ain't giving him no chances to follow me. But you making yourself look bad.
Well, with your first thing, that's not really unpopular to do because I went to real estate school, so that's kind of common to like review the premises while you talking money. That's not.
That's why I did. That's why I was kind of lenient on that.
But it's okay because A scratching my head moment is just it's something that you don't understand. And if somebody has the answer for it, then hey, let's cure it. How about it? Cure the moment. Now it's cured, boo.
What do y'all think?
Okay.
Everything Rock does, Moochie, is calculated. So what do you think her purpose was doing that crazy behind U-turn? Like, was it to show the feds, I see you, or y'all not gonna do nothing? Because they really not gonna pull her over. I mean, first of all, that's our jurisdiction, and they're trying to get the bigger things. But
do y'all think she was nervous?
I mean, she just seemed like she's trying to get the heck out of Dodge. Yeah,
like, he ain't lying. They really following us.
Yeah, like she's trying to shake him.
She looked right. She looked like she was. I guess. I mean, to be honest, I probably would have did the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. You know why? But not the way she did it. She was on some, all in the curve. I would have been very nice and gentle with it, like, this is where I'm going. I'm going this way.
She was a getaway driver.
Yeah, because you're not, I just don't want, even though, yes, you could get all this information, the feds, I'm sure, but I just don't want to pass you by and then you looking at my license plate and then you possibly follow me or you get on the radio, she's heading south, such and such and such. We're not doing all that. I'm going this way, okay? And then, hey, you pull me over and be like, what was the problem, sir? I'm going this way. This is the way I want to go. It's a two-way street. Why are you mad?
She should have knocked on the window like Robert De Niro's character did in Goodfellas. Hey, come on. Come on, jerk offs.
Yeah. We see you.
I would have put a banana in the tailpipe.
What's up, Monique Nicole? Hey, Booski. Yeah, that was insane. But don't forget to cast your votes, guys. All right. So, pretty girl, your scratching my head moment.
I had a couple, but one is really about the future. When Sal got hemmed up and had to go down and talk to the boys, they mentioned, okay, we got Crown, we got, Sal, and then we got, Sacrosano, Sal's boys that was, deceased, right? I don't know what it is, but when they mentioned Crown, like the hairs on the back of my neck kind of stood up. Because now I'm like, okay, this is coming from Rock, because that's her story. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I was just jumping the gun mentally because I'm like, okay, we got this thing with Crown that obviously came from Rock. Like, we know the mob be having ears and eyes. I wonder if, I don't know. I just feel like putting Crown in this, and of course, he's supposed to be ahead of it. I feel like it's going to fail. That's what I'm pretty much trying to say. Like, this is all going to fall apart. And I feel like we're going to need a fall guy. And I don't know why, y'all. And I know I'm jumping off the porch with it.
It's all right, because I'll be doing the same thing.
I don't know why. I don't think this is where his storyline is going. But I wouldn't be surprised if Rock pretty much let Lulu be the sacrificial lamb.
Oh, no.
If she does that, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, because
he is messing up. He can't. He's still drinking. He needs to stop drinking.
Yeah, he gotta stop. He gotta
put the bottle down.
Yeah,
I feel like Rock is going to have to meet with Stefano again. They're going to have another communication about what's going on. I feel like somebody's going to have to take the fall. I'm just saying Lulu because he's useless to her at this point, and he actually did it in terms of Crown. But, and of course, I don't want that to happen, but I don't know. It just got my wheels turning. Like, how is this all going to fall into play? Like, will Rock turn on Unique and kind of pin it on him? Like, I don't know. But it just had my mind going crazy because I'm like, how is this going to affect everything?
Yeah. Mike Conley said, I could see her making Howard taking the fall. I mean, I don't really see how that works, but.
I said that earlier in my live too, making him the kingpin of it all. Because that's why I had that idea, because remember at the end when she was with the real estate agent and he was pretty much expressing how he was attracted to her. I was like, I can see Rock
a little nasty behind
throwing that thing in the circle with a fed to keep her trying out of jail.
Throw that in the circle. Yeah, Rock, don't do it, girl.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to paint the picture for Stan.
No, it's okay.
Throw that in the circle.
Yeah, throw that in the circle. Yo, Big Smooth. I'm gonna go off the subject a little bit because you've been on here for the longest, Big Smooth, right? But I really need to know why you're in the parentheses it's filthiest McNasticus. What the heck is going on?
What does that mean?
Filthy McNasty. But it's just like, what's happening here? The names are insane. Yo, it's the names. That's what what's his name said right here in our face. Oh, Stefano. The moolies, they got all the names.
That's y'all fault for not being creative.
Exactly.
Y'all just want to be like Jimmy the Jim.
Yeah, don't be mad at me. Yeah, the chin.
Think outside the box.
Scarface.
Right.
Tony Two Thumbs.
Right, bananas. Joey Bananas. Because I was crazy.
He like bananas.
Joey Bananas. Mad dumb. Johnny Appleseed. Anyway. All right. So, scratching my head for me, and I think everybody probably already done said this, and I don't care, man. I didn't mean to go all the way through this, but whatever. This was a scratch in my head moment. Why does he know where Rock lives? And I know people over here talking about, oh, he followed Unique and blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to need to see that. I don't like you jumping and then I have to figure out stuff and I got to put things together. Because in the daytime when they had went to the gym, you got the girl, Panessa, asking where her man was. He said, I was with him earlier. I'm not with him now. So I don't know where he is, right? Now you have fast forward to the nighttime where he's right outside as this dude is coming out, as Unique is coming out, zipping up his pants and everything. Like, why couldn't you zip up your pants in the house, first of all? Now you zipping up. So now you really looking like you inside doing something. Because it could have been a meeting, it didn't have to be nothing, but why you at her house, you got her ops, but still, I'm just like, what's going on? Like, don't try to make me put two and two together. Show me that this dude is following him. And, obviously he that's not his car. He took somebody's daggone car. We saw the daggone screwdriver in the ignition and everything. So we understand that part. That's fine. But the whole thing with him following, listen, I'm not going to nitpick at the fact that he knows where Kanan is staying because that's a hood thing. Anybody could find out that information. But Rock lives on the outskirts. Why you know where she lives?
Yeah.
And that's
how you knew where, to me, I want to, you know entirely too much too soon, too fast.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we didn't even see you get the car. Because we know it ain't the bouncers.
Right. Well, somebody was saying it was the bouncer's car, but he had walked away from it.
Yeah, I was looking at it first too.
Yeah, there was
like a block-shaped Maxima.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a car across the street, and I'm like, did he take that car? So that's the thing. Y'all got me asking too many questions.
Right. And that's what I don't like that. So that's when it comes.
When they leave stuff open like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where, we didn't hear this conversation, or we didn't see this happen. Mm-hmm. They did this. This is the second season. This is the second time they did it. They did it a lot in Force too.
Yes, in Force.
Put the pieces together too.
Yeah. So Pretty Girl, last night when we were talking, and I told you I got some gripes. You were like, I want to know. This is what I'm talking about. Don't start looking like Force, please. Because with Force, we had to piece things together. We had to figure out, oh, well, maybe he did this, maybe he did that. No, I don't like storytelling like that. Like, please spell it out. Everything is not going to be spelled out right away or nothing. There's certain things that we can make theories about and all that's fun. But when it starts looking like, okay, come on now, that don't make no daggone sense. How the heck this dude know? You know what I mean? Then it's kind of like, boo. What's up, Juan Roman? That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I get it. My thing is too.
Big Wolf, hold on, Pretty Girl. Sorry, Big Wolf said it's already there. Oh gosh, I think he's talking about it's already there with Force. Don't do that.
Oh no,
don't do that. I don't want to be disappointed. This is my favorite spinoff. Please don't disappoint me. Come on, guys, don't do it. What's up, Baby Shine? Go ahead, Pretty Girl.
No, I was thinking maybe it's the writing style of this person that we're gonna get the information later, which I still don't like. But my thing is, was he following Unique or was he always staking out Rock's house? They still don't answer the question of how.
Right,
but
right.
Did you follow Rock instead of Unique? In fact, like I don't know. Like I don't know who. We haven't seen him be with anybody to get any information. So you're right. I'm trying to figure out like how
you know so much so fast.
Yeah. Yep. And that's the part that's getting me. Another little scratch in my head moment. It's not really scratching my head, but it's more like, okay, what is Gerald coming back into the story? What is that going to do for the storyline? And also that whole like voice badge, the voice staff badge. Is that going to play a role in anything that pertaining to Jukebox? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just asking that. Go ahead. Pretty girl.
I had that question too, and I had to rewatch it and zoom in. He's the
editor.
Village Voice.
Oh, Village Voice. I did see Village, and I was like, okay, editor, Village. What does this
Village
mean?
Voice.
What the heck? So that's basically a newspaper then.
Yeah, it's a factual thing. Yeah,
it's a newspaper, but they do focus on a lot of LGBT things.
Okay, gotcha.
Sometimes it's not only that. Keep in mind, it's like the Village Voice, so they talk about other things. It's a lot of stuff in there, but they focused it with that. They do talk about open mics or different things like that. So I don't know. He might see some stuff where he might be able to help her. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm like, what's the purpose of him right now coming back?
We can't trust no crackhead.
No,
so you know what I was thinking. I was like, he probably selling information about Ronnie and about Marvin and them for $50. Like, I don't know what he's doing.
I hope he don't have to get rid of him. Remember when the joke was Marvin about to put him in the wall too? You better be careful because he was being disrespectful to Marvin.
I'm like, all right, Gerald, we don't help.
Let me find out. Yeah, maybe let me find out that theory about to come true a season later after they done became friends and everything. Like, come on, Gerald. You know I didn't want to have to do it to you, Gerald.
Gerald got me real nervous.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Gerald, please, what you doing back here? Get the heck out of here, man. I thought that Marvin was gonna, like, the way the dudes was talking to him, like, you really got to give Marvin his props. He is starting to really like cool down. Like, he's starting to think before he acts and everything. Because I thought he was about to give it to them guys. Like, first do something to the first dude, like bow, and then you'll get the other one, or act like he was gonna pay them, then go back and find them and get his money back. I thought that's what was gonna happen, but he's like, whatever, we gonna leave that alone.
It's weird because I was thinking about this because Marvin is changing too, not really on the path of Lulu in terms of not just being, because I think Marvin still want to be in the game in terms of selling because I feel like that's all he knows, but I don't know. Part of me just feel like he's not really trying to be on that all the time too. Like, I don't know. It just seems like at some point he's going to get tired, you know? I don't know.
I get what you mean with that, but I kind of feel like Martin is he's sold out when it comes to the game. Like, he's all in. I just don't see him leaving. Like,
yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Somebody else is going to make that decision before he
right. Oh,
I can just see it shifting a little bit. Like, he's, I don't know.
Yeah, but he might. See, I'm looking at this too. That after seeing that episode, I felt a little better about Lulu's character going forward because I know everybody was kind of counting him out. Like, what more can we do with him? But it really looks like he's about to have that whole underground. Like, that's gonna be like a little underground spot for people and everything. So he still got, from what I'm seeing, he still got some time on this show because they're doing something with his storyline. You know what I mean? But I know people are always trying to kill Marvin off, which is whack. But the way Marvin is like how he was not working with Juke, but he's right there being a support system and everything. I still see him kind of like involved in that as well. So we never know. I mean, speaking of Marvin, and I'm going to ask you this, Moochie, there was a conversation that he had before he left his brother, right before he left Lulu at the club, which made me kind of nervous. Like, please don't do nothing. He said the white people are cool or whatever he said, but they slick. They might be even slicker than us, right? And that did not go over my head. Like, sometimes dialogue might not mean anything, and sometimes it might. But why did he say that? Is there something that's gonna happen? With that whole thing for him to say, they might be a little slicker than us. Like, be careful. Do you think something's gonna happen with that whole situation, Moochie?
I'm kind of nervous about the whole situation. From the first time I saw the first set in the club. I thought at first I really thought they were mobsters. I thought they were but then I'm like, well, I don't think they feds, but I don't know. If they get jammed up, they could set Marvin up.
Yeah.
Like if they get pulled over with that stuff in the car, they could be like, I could get you the guy that sold it to me.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. Something's going on. Something, I think. What about you? Let me say hi to Lord Gaiman. What's up? Never saw you in here before. HFG said, yup, that slick line was definitely foreshadowing BVDTV. Hey, you ladies look beautiful tonight. Thank you so much. LSW said Marvin might sense something might go wrong. All right. Yes.
He's sensing that because Lulu ain't going his game right now.
And he out here alone. And when I'm saying he, Marvin's out here alone. He got to be with his head on a swivel. And the crazy thing is, how sometimes when other people are on their game, other folks around them tend to slack off. And then when that one person that's always got everything under control, this and that, it's like the roles shifted, and Marvin really doesn't have a choice but to kind of like get back into that big brother role, and he's watchful, everything, he's thinking more. Plus, it was a good thing that he went through a little bit of anger management, because now it's good. He steps up, and he thinks better, because going off of anger, reacting to what happened. We saw what happened to Sonny. Like, we can't be doing that. For y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Godfather, okay? Sonny Corleone. Pretty girl, what do you think about that? These white folks in the club.
I never had a good feeling about that. Like I said in my life, I said either they feds or they're going to be a catalyst for the feds to get Marvin. The fact, even when Marvin just admitted verbally, I sell drugs. Like, what we doing, Marvin?
Yes.
I got on my nerves.
That was so dumb.
Yeah, but you over there kind of, it was like he was kind of, because he was making transactions in the club this episode, but still it's just like, I don't, like, he understands they're slick, but I don't want to get him to get too comfortable and like underestimate them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because they are Wall Street dudes, they'll sing at a drop of a hat. So I'm a little nervous, because Marvin, 80%, he gonna do right. 80%. But that 20, he'll make a mistake here and there. So I'm a little, and I was pissed off that he left Lulu there. Like, come on, what? And tell him not to get into nothing. But you take him with you, put him in the back seat while you pick up Gerald. Both y'all, you over there being a designated driver to everybody.
Yeah, I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving my brother, especially who this dude drinking and he by himself. No, let's go, bro. I got to handle some freaking business. Come on, let's go.
Exactly.
Or dude would have to wait. Because if my brother's telling me he don't want to leave, or because that's a grown man too at the end of the day, then Gerald gonna have to wait. I'm sorry, because my brother acting stupid. I gotta stay here with him. I can't leave him. Sorry, I have to wait.
Yeah, he brought him there to pay these guys off.
Yeah. Hey, we having money problems right now. Well, I don't want to say money problems, but if it ain't flowing in, that's a problem. No, we want Symphony to live. Okay. We don't need him to come back. But yeah, I just got to big up Marvin right now for, trying to throw in his little 2 cents about letting the beat drop. I thought that was pretty cool. Don't sleep on Marvin. So my next question before we get out of here was, first of all, yes, I talked about this last night, about this conversation, how, she was like, do you still got the loose ends to tie up? You tied up that. This is how you have the conversation, right? We're not admitting to nothing. He's sticking to, you should be ashamed of show some respect. Look, I couldn't even say it. Show some respect. The whole department is mourning. It was a tragedy.
I I loved it though. I love that he's not playing with nobody.
He's not playing with nobody.
Because Loki, he still can't trust Rock like that.
Exactly. No. He know she a snitch. She helped him with his cases. So yeah,
we gotta get some backstory about that though. We really do gotta get some backstory. That's what I was
saying too. We were talking about this, and I feel like we should have some sort of flashback scene where we see a Juice Omar Epps and Rock, somebody that look close to them, where we seeing this whole interaction play out, because I'm envisioning in my head already that we see like that fly Omar Epps from Juice and Loving Basketball and all of that, and then we see a nice looking chocolate Rock.
So cute. I'm gonna have to look for somebody that might be able to do a Rock person. I said a Rock person, a younger Rock.
A younger Rock.
Yeah. This is a scene that I wanted to ask you guys before we I skipped it. Hold on. Sorry about that. So it's the scene where, Howard, he goes to see Adina. So I just wanted to know, because of course he had to bring out, he's up for another award, guys. This is his second, movie, and he's up for another award. His second role. If you weren't here last week, y'all, he was awarded an Oscar for his stellar performance, giving that eulogy of his partner. You know what I'm saying? Just moving the room. It was amazing. So now he hears about the whole situation with, thank you, McLovin. I'm coming to that super chat in a minute. So he's hearing that she's keeping up with the IAD investigation. She's keeping it alive because she wants to exonerate her. Now, do you think that he moved her enough, honey, to get her to stop this daggone investigation? I'm gonna ask you first, pretty girl.
I was asking myself this question because normally in a show, when someone's trying to save face, they'll reveal how they really feel when that person leaves, but her face never changed. Like it worked. Like she was convinced. So I'm like, are they telling us she is buying this whole thing, or she just tired of fighting? Because there are a couple other cops that's not really feeling Howard, or that may be, picking up the baton from Adina in terms of this whole Burke thing. So I was asking myself that question. I would like to say no, because they said she's been pressing really hard, and I don't really take this one little conversation. Me as a cop, like, I don't know. I just feel like that would be crazy for her to just, like.
But listen, Matthew Wilson said he's so good. I think he even thinks she killed herself. This is what I'm talking about.
Yes, exactly.
This man is good, y'all. He's good like
that. Exactly.
So go ahead, Moochie. How you feel about it?
He played her like a fiddle, but I believe she's afraid of him now. She's really afraid of him.
Okay.
Is she gonna fall back? I don't know. The feds is in the building.
Yeah.
She might, she might do something else.
I feel like she bought it. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like she bought it, but like I said, we just, we won't know that, right, until we know for sure. Like, and here's my thing: if she keeps pressing the issue, do you think he's gonna, like Brillo likes to say, turn that water off?
I thought about that, and I'm like, who I wouldn't mind doing it is Rock. I don't know why. I just see Rock doing it, but it's hard to say. But I feel like 2 in a row, I don't know, Howard. That's gonna be
two white ones. Yeah,
they really gonna be like, all right, now the jig is up.
You better have a freak accident with this.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
because it ain't gonna look right. It's not gonna look right.
Control.
What's up, McLovin? Thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, can't take Howard seriously, be yelling at the TV. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed. Oh, really? Listen, McLovin, come on now. This man right here, Omar Epps, you could believe any role he take. That's where I'm at with it. So if you playing, you Jay Reed, you Detective Howard, you Q from Juice, you Big Mike from the Wood, like, I'm believing it all because he's good like that. So, but thank you so much for the super chat, and I do respect your opinion. Okay, all right. Now, But that's the thing. Where are we going from here when it comes to that? That's what I would love to know, because like, child is crazy. But I could see if he did delete her, I could just continue. I could see him continuing on with the daggone shenanigans, like just saying I had my own little talk with her. She was taking Burke's death really hard. She probably had one too many drinks and just went off the rails. I could see it.
He would need a clear alibi. That's why he can't do it. Somebody
exactly. Somebody
at work. He gonna be at his desk.
It can't be him.
Yeah, he has to be at his desk when it happened. When they be like, "Did you hear what happened to Tina?"
It can't be. Yeah, it definitely can't be him. It cannot be him. But
that's why I was like, it got to be Rock. If he does, that's the only person he would trust to get it done. And plus,
it got to be Rock, and it got to be a freak accident.
Yeah. Listen, this is Brother Malcolm. Could you believe it? It's Brother Malcolm up in this piece. What the heck was he doing in front of the mosque? Like, what's going on with him?
He know he can't go in there right now. He ain't right.
Yeah,
he's not right with. He is not right with Allah right now.
He want to go.
He better not set foot in there.
He want to go in.
But guilt couldn't bring him to do it. Guilt was like, "Nah, you better stay out here, buddy."
I think this offing is going to eat at him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he's doing so well, Detective Howard.
Bravo.
Yeah, I can't lie, guys. It's probably one of my faves at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to keep it together.
Oh my gosh! I gotta plug up this daggone this computer of mine, honey. Okay, I think we good. All right. So I know I said this was the last one, but I also do want to ask you guys about the Jukebox thing, her audition. Of course, I loved how Marvin was there to support her, and he's like, "You did good, girl." He was crying and everything, right? But the way they stopped her, I thought that was so rude. Do you guys think she made it in? I'm gonna start with you, pretty girl. You think she made it in, or that was a rejection?
At first watch, no. I had to watch it a second time and peep how the lady looked at Juke. Like, they panned in on the judge's face. And then the simple fact that I knew some, like, I don't know, I just feel like they brought in the other chicks in the bathroom. They didn't bring them up for no reason. Right. Like, I feel like this is going to be the group. So with those extra little things, yes. But the way the lady approached her, like, that's enough. I'm like, hold up now. I feel like that was my daughter. Like, what you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was rude.
Like,
that was just rude.
Girls. Calm down.
That was totally rude. So, I mean, I had auditions. They let me finish. So,
maybe because of the long line.
Maybe so. But she really did good. What you think, Mooch?
I thought she did good for the little bit we heard. That when her and Lulu was practicing the whole thing where Marvin was listening, it had a Lauryn Hill kind of feel to it. So that's what I liked about it. I thought she did a good job in the song that she sang. I mean, it was so quick, but I think she left the impression though.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't gonna highlight this, but I'm going to. I'm sorry, but I think Marvin will end up in the furnace. I see them setting him up for a gruesome death. Then Juke loses it. I mean, that's just something that I feel like everybody just keep on pushing it, and
they want to rush it.
Getting on my nerves. It really is. But thank you, C Shorty. It's really getting on my nerves. But shout out to Tracy Lee, because she said that the first time when Rock and what is his name? Rock and Stefano were talking in front of the furnace. She kept saying she doesn't think that furnace showed up for no daggone reason. It's not showed up. It's there. He's gonna put somebody in it. To say that Marvin's gonna go in the furnace, I mean, that right now it's really pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it really is. If that happens, I'm going to be really, 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 really upset. Oh my gosh.
On my channel, we were saying Rock gonna use it for Juliana.
That would be
That's
nice.
what I would want to see.
Yeah.
Let her disappear like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Stefano gets in there, because he already making moves without the family.
On his, wouldn't that be? That's what I'm talking about. That the irony. He use it for other people. He gonna be the one wind up in there.
Y'all, because he not even supposed to be doing what he doing. He not supposed to be working with those Vietnamese people. I thought they was Koreans, but
I mean, they could be. I was guesstimating. You said Southeast Asia.
Let me see if I wrote it down.
Child,
I was just guessing. Child.
I'm just what? What was the last?
Oh, in terms of like him being Vietnamese.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. I think so. I don't know why I heard. If I heard Vietnamese from last night, they said they ship it from Vietnam, right? And it goes over to Canada, and then the Italians take it, and blah blah blah. So yeah, I figured Vietnamese. Okay. Thank you, Tanya, for the 99.
I wrote Korean down, so I don't know.
Korea.
I could be wrong though.
Yeah, it was giving me.
I don't be caring.
American
whoever it is. Yeah, American gangster. Why?
Because he was over there. That's he had to connect over there.
Oh,
with the Vietnam War and stuff. So that's
See, Shorty said, "Yeah, we'll all be pissed." I know, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all. If that happens, I don't want Marvin to die, and I'm not saying he won't, but I don't like people trying to kill him off so soon. That's my thing.
Me too.
I'm trying to kill him off so daggone soon. Can he ride it out? Can he get to the final season? Gosh.
Help.
But I want to say this though, with OG Power, we did see a major deletion from a major character to after the
like third season, right?
Third season.
Yeah. Because when did Raina die? Like season 4?
Nah, she died in 5.
Season 5?
The first major character I want to say, and I won't even say Julio's major, but that's the first person we see go in their circle. Other than the other dude that Kanan set up where Ghost was crying. I can't think of his name. Begin with an R right now. The one where he went to the house. Roller. Yeah. When he went to Roller, but we really didn't know him yet.
We didn't know him. Yeah.
But I think that's for 2 reasons. One, Power kind of set a trend in a sense with all these deaths, but now Power was several years ago. We kind of in a different state of mind with social media being desensitized with these real life situations. I feel like people just are okay with just bang bang bang.
Demarcus say that Lobos was the first main that we didn't care about him.
Yeah, but what season was that? He wasn't like the people we rooting for like that.
Yeah, exactly. You're a villain lover. Hold on, Moochie. Hold on. Let me just say this real quick, Moochie.
No, I'm gonna put myself on mute. You got this.
No. I'm trying to get at Demarcus real quick. Demarcus, we ain't talking about villains. We don't love them. Okay? So all the villain haters, please stand up because we're not talking about villains right now. We're talking about people that we love, that they're always trying to delete. Okay? So villain lovers, silence. Okay? Silence. Go ahead, Moochie.
We moving on to the next thing. We don't need to talk about. I don't want to see anybody major dying yet. It's too soon to me.
But
I don't even want Lulu to go, but he's messing up though.
Yeah. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Somebody said they see Lulu dying by self-inflicted way. In a self-inflicted way.
Didn't you say that too?
I said so many things, child.
I remember you saying that.
I always be saying somebody probably delete this. I probably did last year the way he was acting.
Yeah, I think you said it last year.
I always be saying somebody. As soon as I see them acting a certain way, I be like, I wouldn't be surprised.
He's probably gonna delete himself.
Yeah.
And somebody in the comments made a good point too, which I think is a big reason why they want to get off the older generations, because we know about Kanan and Juke and they want to microwave those situations.
That's what it is.
Yeah, like slow down, pump your brakes.
That's what it's all about. So they rather take out good characters that actually make the show good and enjoyable to watch just because they want to see these kids on Demon Time. Like, how sick is that? Can we just let that marinate for a minute? Y'all want to see 16 and 17-year-old kids out here running amok? We know that that's reality, but I don't want to see that on my screen.
Yeah,
I'm not with it. I hated the movie Fresh because I felt like it was too much going on for a child. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I'm not trying to do that. I just don't want to see that. OT said, Miss K, everybody can't make it. I don't expect that. I'm saying, can we wait? I didn't expect Ghost to live, y'all. I expected him to die. But did I expect his son to delete him? No. So that pissed me off. These drug dealers, they ain't making it. It's only one way. I feel like, of course, it's two ways. But on these shows, it's one way. They don't go to jail. They be getting killed off. Let's be real. They don't go to jail. So let's just be honest. We know they always go out. That's how they gotta go, and that's that. But anyway, but there's nothing else that we could really say about it. You know, we got people that got ADHD. You know what I'm saying? They don't really give two craps about good storytelling. They just want to see people deleting all over the place. And that's just what it is. Okay. Juke ain't even on nothing like that. I feel like she was more crazy acting on the first season. Remember how you used to call her them crazy eyes or whatever you used to say, Moochie?
Yeah.
She said
we ain't see no crazy eyes yet. We saw a little, like, I thought she looked kind of crazy when she went to Burke's memorial service standing out there. But it's not like that. It's not like she's like.
Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you, Renee Hicks, for that. Big Wolf said, this is the evolution and story of raising Kanan. Get it? Raising. All right. Not too sure what that's supposed to mean, but I did make that point last night that they are raising him, which is why we don't even get that many scenes with Kanan. So screw it all. Okay. Screw it all. All right. Make sure that you guys have voted. I need to see. I don't know how to see the poll, Mooch. Let me see. Okay, so
go to the YouTube.
Okay, in poll, I see it. Hold on one second.
Okay, there you go.
Wait a minute. Where are we at? Okay, so it says 51% say that Ronnie is not overrated. Is Ronnie an overrated character? 51% said no. There you go.
You got 75 votes.
Okay, now says no. I mean, we do need to watch a little more, right? We can't. It may be too soon to tell, but he's corny to me. He's corny. He's you know.
There was something there, though. I was wanting to. I don't say I wanted to like Ronnie, but I don't like the direction I see him going in.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. It's corny. Thank you, Renee Hicks, for the super chat. I mean, the Cash App. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Ow. So what's going on you ladies' channels, guys? Moochie, what's going on your channel?
I am doing tomorrow. We're doing like a trivia for Raising Kanan and its foreshadowing moments. So we're gonna be talking about those. And I will be doing my trailer breakdown. We will be doing the pregame. We also did the watch party this weekend, so you might want to check that out. You need to check it out because I put up the clips of the watch party and we had a good time.
Very good. I'm sorry, these people. Norbit Senior, they talk about Norbit. Oh Lord, that's too much. Y'all not feeling Ronnie Epstein? Yo, last night they was going in on Ronnie. Okay, like they was calling him Ronnie. Was it Ronnie Combs, Ronnie Epstein, Ronnie? I'm like, what? Ronnie Kelly? I'm like, what is going on here? Because of the fact that he was standing outside of Famous's apartment. I'm like, it was a little like, come on, then you can't be
He's
stalking
taking the
no kid.
definition of serial killer too far. Okay.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. Like, stop. Ronnie Myers, who said that? Oh, Renee Higgs. Yeah, it's just corny. DeMarcus is fiending right now. He says, "Isn't Marvin a villain?" Okay, ciao. I can't with you, DeMarcus. You a troll to the 100th power.
Oh god.
Woo! AG Ronnie Dahmer.
That's cute.
All right, Ronnie Pissy Pants. Okay. Pretty girl, what do you got going on? we got to get out of here.
I'm in the midst of my 12 days of content. So this was day 3 where I released my review of this episode this morning. So please check that out. And I have content all up and through, like consecutively through next Tuesday. So please come through and support. You know, we're talking power raising Kanan, some little, you know, Christmas content. So we got a lot going on over there. So please check me out.
Yay. Thank you, Tanya, for the super chat. Can't wait for the trivia with your sons. And thank you so much for saying that, because when it's about to be my turn to tell you what's coming up on my channel, I might have forgot. Oh my gosh. So instead of doing Raising Kanan live this week, the recap. Sorry, is episode 4 coming out on Thursday? It is, right?
It should.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's
they don't
supposed to. I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
I thought it was coming out. I haven't heard like if they was taking a hiatus. I was wondering if they was going to do that.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is doing a Christmas trivia with the boys again, like I did for Thanksgiving, where we kind of did the Generation X versus Generation Y. Is it Y versus Z? And that's what we're gonna do. So hopefully I can get my sister to join in with me so that it's not gonna be like them 2 against 1. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So that's what we're gonna do, and hope to see you guys there. And then if Raising Kanan does come on Friday at midnight, then I'll probably do a live on Saturday, and then we'll be back here on Christmas Eve. Probably not. I don't know, because folks got things to do. I'm not sure. If you guys are available, we could do the Sunday thing, but we'll talk about it because that is Christmas Eve. So sometimes folks got things to do. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, DeMarcus. Thank you, Tanya and LSW, T-Man and Kelly Renee, and all the people that were in the building. I thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you guys take care and be blessed. All right. Bye-bye. Sorry for yelling. You know how I get sometimes.